Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at something really fundamental, fitness.
Right.
But maybe not fitness in the way you usually picture it.
Right.
We're not really talking about, bodybuilding or six-pack abs today.
No, not the aesthetic side primarily. Our sources really frame it differently.
Exactly. It's about the kind of fitness that helps you live better, think a bit clearer, feel stronger day to day. So our mission here is to understand why fitness is truly for everyone, not just athletes, and how it helps you, show up fully.
Yeah, and it's striking how the sources position this. It's universal. It's about core well-being, almost like part of your basic operating system. So whether you're, say, prepping for a big meeting or just curious about feeling better overall, these ideas are incredibly relevant. It's about how your body supports, well, everything else.
Okay, so if fitness is for everyone, where do we start?
The sources seem to point right at the physical aspect first, this idea of your body as your vehicle through life.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Your basic infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
What happens if we don't maintain it?
Well, the physical benefits are pretty direct. We're talking a stronger heart, obviously, better blood flow, which affects everything, including your brain, and a sharper immune system.
Right.
It significantly lowers the risk for major issues, things like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. The data is quite compelling.
Any specific examples that stood out?
Yeah, there was one point about diabetes prevention, regular moderate activity, potentially cutting risk by up to 40%. Even for folks with a family history, that's significant.
Wow, okay.
And they hit on this idea that even something as simple as walking for 30 minutes a day can add years to your life and, more importantly, add life to your years.
I love that phrasing.
Yeah.
Adding life to your years.
Yeah.
It's about quality.
Precisely, not just quantity.
Okay, so that physical foundation is key. But you mentioned the brain, and the sources really seem to emphasize the mental side, too. This is where it gets really powerful, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, exercise is a fantastic natural stress reliever. We know about endorphins, those feel-good chemicals, but it goes deeper. It seems physical activity actually helps reshape how your brain responds to stress over time. Better emotional regulation, less reactivity.
So it's not just a temporary fix.
Not at all. It builds resilience, and it also boosts something called BDNF.
BDNF.
Brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it like fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps with new connections, learning, memory. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Huh.
Some days, honestly, a quick workout feels like therapy. Free therapy, basically, with no negative side effects.
Free therapy, I like that. And, building on that mental boost, what about confidence? That feeling you get after you push yourself a bit.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's less about how you look, though that can be part of it for some.
Sure.
And more about keeping a promise to yourself. You said you'd do it, you felt maybe tired or didn't want to, but you did it anyway. That builds serious self-respect.
Okay, so it's internal.
Very much so. And fitness teaches discipline, right?
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is that discipline is transferable. It spills over.
How so?
Well, the consistency you build with movement, it often shows up in how you manage your time, how you tackle goals, just your overall mindset. It strengthens that muscle, so to speak.
That makes sense. And, okay, here's maybe the coolest part that the sources mentioned, this ripple effect.
Ah, yes.
How fitness doesn't just stay in its lane, it kind of kicks off other good habits. How does that work?
It seems to be a natural flow. When you start moving more, you become more aware of your body. You often want to fuel it better.
Right. You start thinking about food differently.
Exactly. Maybe drink more water, prioritize sleep. Because you feel the difference it makes in your recovery and energy, you just become more mindful of your choices overall.
It's like one positive change encourages others.
It really does. And people around you tend to notice, too. You kind of become this living example of what happens when you invest in yourself.
So, boiling it all down for everyone listening,
Yeah.
What's the main takeaway here?
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Right. You don't need the fancy gym or the perfect plan. The message seems to be just start small.
Yes. Walk, stretch, dance in your kitchen, lift a couple of things, find something you can stick with.
Because consistency beats intensity. That came up a lot.
Every time. It's really not about changing how you look fundamentally. It's about changing how you live, your energy, your focus, your resilience.
A profound shift. So, any final thought to leave us with based on all this?
I think the most resonant idea, echoed again and again, is simple but powerful. Your body is your home, your primary home. Take care of it, and it will absolutely take care of you. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. It supports everything. Something to really sit with.